Welcome to Taiwan Report News Brief, news and analysis from Taiwan. I'm Donovan Smith. All right, up today on the program, foreign fishing crews' labor insurance coverage is lacking. There are fears in the KMT over the Kaohsiung by-election. A poll on the most popular politicians has been released, and it's interesting reading. The KMT dramatically occupies the legislature and dukes it out with the DPP. But up first, Taiwan's Consumer Confidence Index rose 3.9 points to 68.77 for June, ending 4 consecutive months of decline. The index rebounded for the first time since February amid the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, and its 6 confidence sub-indexes all rose. However, it should be noted that the rise is small and confidence remains weak. Only about half of foreign crewmen on Taiwanese fishing boats are covered under the country's mandatory labor insurance program. According to the country's labor laws, migrant fishermen have to be enrolled in Taiwan's labor insurance program by the time they start their first day of work. According to a CNA report, the Bureau of Labor Insurance may become a little more forceful when it holds information sessions at seaports around Taiwan in the second half of the year to inform employers that they must enroll migrant fishermen in the program. An official said, "We will inform the employers that they need to enroll their migrant fishermen in the labor insurance program, and if they still refuse, then we will fine them. Fines will be 4 times the amount that should have been paid." 2 reports on Sunday in the 2 main pro-KMT newspapers, UDN and China Times, were strikingly pessimistic on the KMT candidate in the Kaohsiung mayoral by-election, Jane Lee, or Lee Mei-zhen. They also suggested the election could be make or break for KMT chair Johnny Chang, or Jiang Jichen. In the UDN article, they quoted people in the party as saying that Chang's defensive line is Jane Lee getting at least 30.89% of the vote, the amount the party candidate received in 2014. If she drops below that, the article said that there would be pressure on Chang to resign. The China Times article took a different but related tack. The article kicks off noting that the DPP candidate is much better known than the KMT and Taiwan People's Party candidates, suggesting he's the most likely winner. It then pivots to the comments of a political analyst worrying that Jane Lee will come in third behind the TPP candidate. Then the article highlights 2 questions raised by the analyst if she does come in third. Will Johnny Chang resign to take responsibility? And, with only months left in this chair term, will another by-election need to be held for chair? Both papers are well plugged in with the KMT. 2 things are very striking here. First, there are clearly concerns not just that Jane Lee will lose, but that she will be crushed and possibly the party will fall behind the TPP. Second, the focus on Johnny Chang resigning. I don't know if the focus on Chang is because they are genuinely concerned he won't be able to pull off this election, or if they are working to actively undermine him. There's a lot of pushback against him and the party over his efforts to retire the 1992 consensus. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that the editors of both papers are against that happening. Local media outlet ET Today has released a poll showing the most popular politicians. In the top 10, 6 are from the ruling DPP, 3 are from the KMT, and 1 from the TPP. At the top of the list, and if you're a regular listener, you already know the answer, is new Taipei Mayor Hou Youyi of the KMT with 71.8% favorability. Second on the list is Vice President William Lai, or Lai Ching-te, at 69.9%. That is very good news for the DPP, as there is a good chance that Lai and Ho will be the presidential candidates in 2024. Lai's opinions on controversial issues such as Taiwan sovereignty and cross-strait ties are well known. Well, at least his public opinions. There is speculation his private opinions may be stronger. Ho is very popular now, and from all accounts, deservedly, for doing his job as mayor well. However, he has kept his head down on controversial issues. At some point, if he does indeed run for president, he will have to take stands on those issues. If Johnny Chang's reforms succeed, Ho may have some breathing room on the issues. If not, and the party sticks with the 1992 consensus and other unpopular policies, Ho will have to choose between following the party line or breaking with the party and championing policies that are more in line with mainstream opinion. Either way, he'll take a hit, or he could break with the party. So there's only a little over a 1% gap between those two candidates, but Ho will have to come out one way or another on those issues. Meanwhile, Health Minister Chen Shizhong came in third, and DPP candidate for Kaohsiung Mayor Chen Chi-mai came in fourth. That's promising for the DPP in the Kaohsiung by-election. At fifth is former New Taipei Mayor Eric Chu, or Zhu Lilun, of the KMT, with 53.3% favorability. This I found a bit surprising. He was crushed in the 2016 presidential election, winning only 31% of the vote. This high favorability boosts his chances at winning the May 2021 KMT chair election, which recent actions suggest he is planning to run in. While the polls don't list results below 10th place, it did mention in passing that current KMT chair Johnny Chang came in at 15th. And another possible candidate, former Kaohsiung Mayor Han Kuo-yu, ranked 19th. KMT lawmaker and great-grandson of Chiang Kai-shek, Wayne Chang, or Jiang Wanan, came in at 7th with 48.5% favorability. Taipei mayor and TPP chair Ke Wen-je came in at 8th with 47.7% favorability. Transport Minister Lin Jialong came in at 9th, and Enoch Wu, or Wu Winong, came in at 10th. More than 20 KMT legislators stormed into the Legislative Yuan Sunday, blocked entry to the main chamber with chairs and chains, and spray-painted the words "No endorsement for political crony control Yuan nominees" in the chamber. They had originally planned to occupy the legislature for up to 3 days, but after 20 hours, DPP lawmakers retook the legislative chamber at around noon Monday, following physical scuffles with KMT members. More than a dozen DPP lawmakers used cable cutters to break through doors locking the chamber at around 11:10 a.m. before they surrounded the speaker's podium. DPP and KMT members scuffled for about an hour before the KMT lawmakers retreated after failing to hold their position. Paint and bottles were thrown, and several lawmakers grabbed others by the neck. After losing their ground, KMT members stood in protest in front of the podium where they shouted slogans. Now, obviously, this is political theater. Fighting in Taiwan's legislature is nothing new. This is, however, the first time that I'm aware of a party taking over the legislature and spending the night there. Leaving aside the issue they raised for a moment, to focus on the theater, I think there are three things going on here. First, Johnny Chang is under pressure, as I noted earlier in the show, and this is a way to get attention for taking action. The same goes for the party. KMT support levels are at around record lows. Third, they use the tactic used by the Sunflower Movement of occupying the legislature. That movement was very popular among young Taiwanese. The KMT, meanwhile, has almost no support among the young. So this may be an attempt to appeal to younger voters. Question is, will it work? I highly doubt it, and in fact, it may lower their youth support if such a thing is possible at this point. The Sunflower protesters were idealistic and peaceful, and were protesting the KMT pushing through a trade deal with China. This attempt comes across as a cynical stunt. Reminds everyone who the Sunflowers were protesting, i.e. the KMT, and in the end turned violent. However, the issue they raised has some merit. Focus Taiwan reported this. The KMT caucus issued a statement Sunday strongly criticizing Tsai's nomination of Chen Zhu, as the new head of the Control Yuan and its newly established National Human Rights Commission. The KMT caucus noted that during Chen's tenure as Kaohsiung mayor from 2006 to 2018, the Control Yuan launched 58 investigations into her administrative team, including 30 cases of corrective measures and 3 impeachments against the local government, actions that raise questions about Chen's qualifications to lead the body. In addition, of the 27 nominees for the Control Yuan, 24 are members of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party or have a close relationship with the party, according to the statement. So, the KMT statement is both correct and very disingenuous. The KMT in past packed the Control Yuan with their members and threatened to kick out one KMT member that was nominated to be Chen's deputy out of the party. The Control Yuan is one of the 5 branches of government tasked with conducting investigations into the government, which in theory is a good idea. The problem is that it has a long history of highly problematic partisan investigations. The lineup proposed by the Tsai administration looks to be just as problematic. Chen Zhu, for her part, is an excellent choice for the new National Human Rights Commission. She was a political prisoner, jailed by the one-party KMT state during martial law. That is no doubt why the KMT is so concerned about her. She is too partisan a figure, however, to lead up an independent investigative body, regardless of her formally leaving the DPP to take up the post. There is a move supported by the KMT, TPP, and NPP, and in the past by the DPP, to propose to eliminate both the Control Yuan and the Examination Yuan. A constitutional reform committee is to be formed in the legislative session that starts in September, so it could be brought up then. Meanwhile, the TPP unveiled a banner at their headquarters joining the KMT and calling on President Tsai to withdraw her Control Yuan nomination list, and in support of eliminating the 2 yuans. They clearly didn't approve of all the theater, however, saying their caucus wouldn't act like, quote, little clowns and wouldn't be drawn into the pan-blue, pan-green farce, as they termed it. All right, be sure to check out our website, report.tw. There's lots of good stuff up there. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll be off tomorrow, but tune in the day after.
This has been brought to you by the Taiwan Report. For more content like this, become our patron at report.tw.
哎呦，就是那个台湾狗啦，最喜欢我的台湾狗了。